The summer snack tour continues. We were in Baja, then we went to Maui, and now we're heading back to the West Coast. That's right, our next stop on the snack tour is taking us back to the West Coast for Lay's West Coast inspired crispy taco potato chips. And not just these, but also the limited hometown flavor of lime and cracked pepper. There's still one other flavor that I wasn't able to get a hold of. You East Coasters, you got a BLT flavor. That's the one that I really wanted to try, but could not acquire one. I'm sure I probably could have paid terrible eBay prices for it, but I think that's a bit silly for anybody to do. But I've got 2 bags of chips here, 2 bags of crisps. We're gonna go for it. First up, we're gonna take a look at the West Coast inspired crispy taco flavor. These were a gift from fan, viewer, longtime friend, Adam. We wish everything was blue raspberry flavored. Ciao. Thank you, buddy. And I'm kind of interested in these. I've had taco chips before. I think all of us have at some point, though I don't know if I've ever had them as a potato chip. Let's get into this bag. Well, they definitely have like a taco sauce sort of smell about them. They look like your basic Lay's, kind of thin. It would be nicer if they were a thicker cut, but that's not typically how Lay's does unless there's like a special one that they're doing. But there's quite a bit of coating on these, and yeah, so far got a taco sauce smell about them. All right, so I put a number of these into my snack hole, and they've got a mild taco sauce kind of flavor to it. Taco sauce, taco meat, taco flavoring. It does come through. It's not spicy. These definitely are not spicy. They're not hot at all. And I think they're different from those Loaded Taco Doritos that we tried a while back, which those did just taste like taco sauce, if I recall correctly. This has a milder, softer taste about it. I swear from the first couple, it almost was like a lettuce and taco, not so much a cheese. I didn't really get a cheese out of that. But I don't know that I tasted that afterwards. That may have just been in my head. It's not an unpleasant taste, but I think just like those Doritos, making claims that it's a whole taco, not just taco flavor, it starts to not live up to that. So first things off, these West Coast inspired crispy taco flavor. Are these any good? They're all right. They're all right. If you see them, if you're on the West Coast, again, don't pay stupid prices for these. They're just chips. But your mileage may vary, and if you do get a hold of these, or if you have tried them, let me know. Let's try these other ones, though. These are ones that were available throughout the country. They didn't have a specific region that you could get them from. These were everywhere. So the hometown flavor. So apparently everybody else, their hometown flavor is lime and cracked pepper, which does sound good. Let's get into that bag and find out if it is, though. Cracking that bag open, immediately I got a whiff of lime, of like that tart, sour lime sort of ness about it. Yeah, for sure. Very lime. Also, though, a little hint of spice, a little hint of that cracked pepper going on in there. Coating-wise, there's quite a bit. These are all very speckled. And these are kettle cooked, not like your standard Lay's. So these are, as I was saying, sometimes they do thicker ones. These specifically are a thicker chip, which is nice. This is what I like. All right, so I put a number of these into my snack hole. And first things first, that crunch, that is a solid crunch on a potato chip. That kettle cooked is the way to go. Like Lay's, there's the standard Lay's, fairly thin, just kind of almost dissolve on you. These you got to work a little bit at, and I like that. I like a good solid crunch on those. Flavor-wise, it was kind of interesting. I've had salt and pepper chips before. I think it's Tim's that makes a pretty decent flavor. And that salt gets in there, and there's usually a lot of pepper, and it starts to build up. It starts to creep into the back of your throat. This is a little different. You get that lime, that smell of the lime, and you get a very light, faint, it's almost like a key lime pie because there is sugar in here. I looked and I thought, this tastes a little sweet. And they do mix sugar in there. And so you get that. You get kind of like a slight sweet in with that tart. And that pepper, it's not overpowering. I almost wish it was a little bit stronger, but at the same time, it seems to work well with that sort of sweet lime in there. So it's got just a slight bit of spice to it, a little bit of a kick, not a ton. Again, it's not hot, it's not spicy. I'm definitely not feeling it back in here like with some other ones that I've had. But this all works as a good balance. That bit of sweet, tart, peppery, salt in there as well. It hits all those notes, and it hits them very well. So, is this one any good? I think you can tell for sure. Yeah, it is. The taco ones, those are all right, but these I can't wait to get elbow deep into that bag. In fact, I'm going to leave things here so I can go get back elbow deep into that bag. And I'm going to see all of you folks here next time.